I did open Article 59 now, and it says in paragraph 2 actually,
Yes.
a person arrested shall be brought promptly, ang ibig
Yes.
sabihin agad-agad,
Yes.
before the competent judicial authority
Yes.
in the custodial state. So
Yes.
sa Tagalog, dapat dinala muna si dating Pangulong Duterte sa hukom dito sa Pilipinas.
Tama po yun.
Ganun ang nakasaad.
Nakalagay doon. Nakalagay doon, dapat dinala ni General Torre, si PRRD, sa competent judicial authority, meaning to say the Regional Trial Court of Manila or the Court of Appeals or the Supreme Court as the case may be. Pero hindi niya ginawa, inapura niya. Nakidnapin si PRRD at dinala
Attorney, ang tanong ko,
Netherlands.
is it right to bring this before the Supreme Court, or is it wiser to bring this before the ICC?
Well,
Because
both.
this could be the argument, your argument, before the ICC, that his
Both.
rights were
Both.
violated.
Both. So that's why there were a series of petitions filed yesterday by Attorney Panelo, one coming from Kitty Duterte, one coming from Mayor Basti Duterte, which is the petition for a writ of habeas corpus. And I believe the two proceedings have already been raffled to a particular justice. So we are going to wait for that petition, and also our petition for certiorari prohibition that we filed on March 11 is still pending in the Supreme Court. Remember, Karen, that was not dismissed by the Supreme Court. What was dismissed by the Supreme Court is our motion for urgent temporary restraining order, and in the order of the Supreme Court, it did not say that it is mooted because PRRD has been flown out of the country. So that's why we are filing a motion for reconsideration here, because we believe that the right of PRRD, even if he is already out of the country, is a continuing right. It is not mooted by anything, because the right of a person to due process is primordial in our Constitution as it is embodied in Section 1, Article 3 of 1987 Constitution. So it is really very, very significant here. This is a very big issue. In order to have a judicial precedent, it's going to become a jurisprudence, because this is the only country in the world that has surrendered its national to a foreign entity. There were several ICC arrests made from other countries, mostly the sub-Saharan state in Africa, where judicial system doesn't function that well, but they did never surrender their national to ICC. And ICC is not recognized in the United States, in Russia, in China. 3 permanent members of the Security Council said that ICC has no jurisdiction. And now that we are no longer member of the ICC, why do we have to surrender our national? Isinuko natin ang soberanya natin dito. At ito ang nakakasakit ng damdamin, because it doesn't affect only PRRD. It affects all Filipinos who could be charged by a foreign entity and will be brought there for trial and be convicted. But you see, we have our own judicial system since the time of the Spanish regime working in the Philippines. Why do we have to surrender that to a foreign entity?
Okay.